DreAllDay.com.
What up, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. This week's motivation is called obsessed. And I'm going to tell you exact definition of obsessed. I went and looked it up. It says to preoccupy or fill the mind continually, intrusively, and to a troubling extent. Obsessed. And here's what I'm about to tell you, some counterintuitive information that some of you may already know, but I'm explaining why this matters. Whatever your goals are, whatever your ambitions, whatever you want to achieve in life, understand you need to be obsessed. You need to be getting labeled by other people. When somebody else says that you're obsessed with what you're doing, somebody says you're a psycho about it, somebody says you've been brainwashed, somebody says you're delusional, somebody says you're unrealistic, people start putting those labels and titles on you that are meant to be negative or derisive or to make fun, to ridicule you. You want those titles, and I'm explaining to you exactly why. Because each one of those titles is relative. Do y'all understand that? Like if you are a boxer and you go to the boxing gym every single day, a professional boxer, somebody who's already a pro in boxing, let's say Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao, they're not going to tell you that you're obsessed with boxing. Are they going to say you're doing the same thing that I'm doing? So to them, it's normal for you to be doing that. But if you go to the average person, and we're not even talking about boxing, we're just talking about having high goals, high ambitions, things that you actually want to do. You have a high vision, a compelling vision for where you want to get in life, which is above where most average people are. Your vision is above average. Understand that the average person is going to label you because they can't understand or fathom the level of commitment that you have to what you want to do. So for example, you have this super high goal. Let's just take something that everybody understands. Let's just say money. Let's say the average person is a $5 individual, just to keep it very simple. Average person is a $5 individual, a below average person is a $1 individual, and you want to be a $10 individual. But right now you're at $5. So all your friends, most of the people you know who are by definition the average person, they're all at $5. You want to get all the way up to $10. And you start doing actions. You start taking actions, thinking thoughts and speaking things. You start reading things, consuming things, hanging around with people who are going to get you closer to being a $10 type of individual. What are the $5 people going to say? There are two things the $5 people can say. Number one thing they can say is the great thing they can say. Option A is, hey, you want to be a $10 person? You know what? Me too. I'm going to start taking those actions, thinking those things, speaking the things that you're speaking, and taking in the things that you're taking in so I can be a $10 person too. But you know what the problem with being a $10 person is? If you saw last week's motivation, you know exactly what the problem is. Your comfort zone alarm system starts going off, and most people, when their alarm system starts going off, they turn right around for what made their alarm system go off and go right back into their comfort zone so the alarm stops ringing. The fear stops ringing. That's what most people will do. But you are not like most people, right? That's why you're watching this video. So you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going, but those people who turned around when their alarm system went off, they went right back to being $5 people while you're trying to be a $10 person. What are they going to say about you? Because they can't fathom you. They can't fathom a human being being like that because they just tried it. Their alarm system went off and they turned around and went back because they couldn't deal with their alarm system ringing in their head, that fear ringing in their head. So when they see you walking right through the alarm system, they have no choice but to do option B, which is to talk negatively about you so they can feel better about themselves. And that's where these terms come from. You're obsessed. You're a psycho. You're unrealistic. You're delusional. You've been brainwashed. You need to get your head out of the clouds. You need to be more realistic about your goals. That's what people say about you when you start to aim to do things or you start taking actions to get to a level that they can never fathom being at, that they know they could be at, but they're not willing to because the alarm system scared them right back into being average and staying average for the rest of their lives. So understand this, ladies and gentlemen, as a simple point to wrap up this entire weekly motivation. When you are going for your goals, you're going for your ambitions, you're going after the things you believe you can become, you want people to be labeling you those things. You want people putting titles on you and saying things about you to try to ridicule you or try to make you feel bad about yourself, because guess what? Most people who are going to be giving you those titles, most people are average. And if most people think what you're doing is normal, that means you're average. So you don't want people thinking what you're doing is normal. You want people saying you are abnormal. You are out of control. You want people giving you labels and titles that means something other than the normal average individual. That's the last thing you want to be, is normal and average. And if normal and average is what you want to be, I got bad news for you. You are watching the wrong person, the wrong YouTube channel. You want people putting those titles on you. You want to keep going after your dreams. You want the average person to look at you and say something is wrong with that person. Because guess what? You want to be wrong to average people. You want to be normal to above average people. But guess what? It ain't too many of them. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com. Thanks for watching this video. I'm sure you were entertained. Make sure to stay connected with me on all your favorite social networks. Twitter and Periscope at DreAllDay. Instagram Dre Baldwin. Facebook /Work on Your Game. You can bookmark my YouTube channel by subscribing, of course. And the website is workonyourgame. That's .me. Workonyourga.me. And of course, my homepage is my website, dreallday.com, so you can know exactly what I'm doing, exactly when I'm doing it, and how you might be able to be involved. Work on your game.